I'm recording this message from a hotel room on the banks of the Dead Sea, overlooking in the far distance, if I could imagine, 60 kilometers further in distance is Jerusalem. But what struck me this morning was that I was speaking at a conference in Poland, and the theme was the world in 100 years from now. But just before this, logging on to the meeting, I'd walked down the grounds of the hotel and seen an olive tree that is 700 years old. And it sort of struck me. I paused under the olive tree and said, here I am about to talk about the world in 100 years' time, and I wonder what the olive tree would have to say about what I was going to share with the audience. And it just caused me to reflect on how we see and envisage immense change in the next 10 to 20 years, and if we extrapolate that at an exponential rate forward for 100 years, the world becomes almost unimaginable. I mean, think of a world where there are no nation states as we know them. There are 10 billion plus people living in colonies, not only in nation states, but in colonies around planet Earth and other planets, where the possibility of infinite life is a reality for the top 5% of the population, where we've used technology to overcome and in fact solve all of the problems of the world, such as water, food, energy, education, health, and so forth. But it's a very technologically different place where we talk more about humanoids than humans. And that's a scary place. The olive tree has seen 7 times that length of change over its lifetime. And I wonder what it says when we think about this kind of scary future for ourselves. It caused me to temper some of my thoughts perhaps and say, well, perhaps some things won't change. Perhaps some things won't be as dramatic. And where will the cutoff point come? Where will a tipping point happen?